I'm tired.
Yeah.
I went to sleep at like 2 last night. Because somebody kept me awake.
Not me.
No, this one.
Oh, did I not do...
Huh?
Did I not finish my post? Oh, okay, I did. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, this one kept me up all night. This one.
Glenn Copeland. Hi, everybody. I got my buddy Greg here. I'm just closing some tabs. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here, everybody. Yeah, we're doing another co-build. We're doing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. The old PC game from the late 90s is back. And now it's in Lego form, so that's what we're going to be doing. Bring the chat back up. So that's it. I don't have anything new to show for build-wise. I got some parts in, but Mevitz Bricks, this is for Mevitz. Mevitz Bricks is a tech slug person in San Antonio. He's got a Bricklink shop. Go order stuff from him. All right, so we can start going here. I don't know what that is. So how are you this morning, Greg?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Mm-hmm.
Greg came over and made us all pancakes this morning. Oh yeah, thanks. Good afternoon, Walter. Good versus evil. Your light box, can you show? Oh yeah, I can show. This is the light box. Oh, I don't want to pull it too far. But this is it. It's just a little light box. And you can see it lights up and it changes colors. So you got a softer or a blue or a clear, and then you can dim it or whatever. So yeah, and it was $40 on Amazon. You could probably get them a little cheaper, like maybe $20 at like Walmart. I think they've got a couple versions of it, but I like. What is this? I keep saying that it's online and then offline.
I have no idea.
All right.
I do know
Close
your
that.
bit rate will go down if you have that open watching
Yeah.
your own stream.
Well, that's why I turned it off. I don't want it to know.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. So yeah, Greg came over this morning and made us all cinnamon roll pancakes.
Kirby Lane style.
They were very good. So he will be taking orders. I will post.
Oh, sure.
I will post his Venmo in the chat later. Delivery only in the local Pflugerville area.
No, I deliver nationwide.
You are quite hard to hear. Let's try this. We'll split the table, and then we'll split the microphone. Is that better?
Testing.
It won't give us a lot of room to build, but that'll be all right.
Won't give you a lot of room to build.
No, that's fine. Maximized work area.
Ah, much better. There we go.
Much better. Yeah, the microphone was pushed way back here to try to give us more room. But now, it's the Ben and Greg Show on NPR. So is the GF going to be watching you here?
I honestly have no idea.
You should tell her.
Probably still asleep. I probably like we were streaming. She popped in last time, but
She popped in. So I'm going to try to remember to look at the camera because I keep looking at my own face.
yeah, I have a habit of doing it, especially on Zoom calls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there talking to the teacher.
Yeah, I'm constantly.
But I'm just looking at my own face.
I'm playing with my beard absentmindedly. So I did a support call. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. We'll just throw all that over here if you want. Because I'm not keeping these boxes. I did a support call
I missed.
Saturday. Because I had to work Saturday. in which I talked to a very old doctor, and during the support call, he basically forgot that he was on a call with me for about 5 minutes because he was trying to get his Zoom call for. We had a big conference this weekend. That's kind of our big event for my company. Is we have several conferences and big meetings for all the physicians and stuff to vote on things and appoint new board members and whatnot. So part of our support stuff was to make sure that doctors could get onto their Zoom calls and their voting pages so they could testify for or against amendments, motions, that kind of really dry parliamentary stuff. But we were on call on phone and email to make sure that they could call in and, you know, get their stuff sorted. The problem was we're dealing with, for the most part, not, I wouldn't say primarily, but I would say a large number of the people who were calling in were old doctors who gave you literally half a second to fix their stuff, and then they would get really mad at you. So you get this, hey, I can't get on to the voting page. And you're like, okay, well, and then I know you from nobody. I know you from Adam. That's it. And I ask one question, and to a phone call, they immediately go, well, this is stupid. I woke up at 6 a.m. for this, and this is just, and I'm like, I literally asked you if you put in your username in the right field, and you're giving me guff already. So that's how most of the support calls go. And this one guy I got, bless him, older Australian guy who works in, I won't say which district. I'll try to keep it somewhat anonymous. But he calls up and he's very mad. He can't, he would have rather been fishing at this time. And I'm like, if the conference was actually going on, you'd be at the building. You wouldn't be in your home. So you're saying you would have blown this off if it were a real conference, is what you're saying. Anyway.
He would have blown it off and be fishing.
To gone fishing if it were a real conference. But because it's this one you can dial into. So I was like, I got him working and I could hear the Zoom call fire up in the background because I can hear the chairman start talking. I was like, okay, so it sounds like you got your Zoom thing figured out. Is your voting page up? And then for the next 5 minutes, he didn't say anything. And I kept saying, sir, Dr. So-and-so, hello, sir, do you have your voting? For, I swear to God, 5 minutes. And then after about that long, he goes, yeah, I think I'm good. And then he just hangs up. And I'm like, oh my God, I just sat here listening to you watch another human being, And so I was telling the guy I was doing the support with, I messaged him on our Teams chat. I was like, I wouldn't want this guy working on any member of my family. Addle-brained dolt.
Spaces out halfway into procedure.
Oh, yeah. Says, I'd rather be fishing. What am I working on today?
I will say, this R2-D2 was much easier to build than the last one.
Yeah.
It only took like 5 seconds.
There's another one that goes with the thing on the stand. And that's the joke I made. I was just like, yeah, this one only took a couple seconds. That turned out really good. Did you see the end product?
Yeah, you showed me.
Okay.
It
was
really good.
With all the bits and bobs that pop out and everything. Mm-hmm. So how's everyone doing this fine Sunday? It's gloomy and rainy here.
I like the gloomy and rainy. It's nice.
I do too. These have spring-loaded shooters.
Ooh, so I can shoot you.
Yeah, boo, spring-loaded shooters. I'm gonna hide the laser bolts for later. See, it says no. It says no, don't shoot people.
Oh, but those are only mere suggestions.
Lego has instructions on not to shoot people.
Those are only mere suggestions. I don't follow such rules.
So after this, what do you got going on today?
Going back to sleep.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, I would be hanging out with friends, but my girlfriend's in Temple, and...
Does she go every weekend?
She goes every other weekend to see her dad since he moved.
Yeah.
He used to live... He used to live in an apartment near here.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. It's foggy and kind of rainy here, but it'll get better. As soon as you mentioned they only gave you half a second to fix it, I had one particular bank manager who popped immediately to mind for me. Yeah. Tuscan Productions. Hey, man, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in. And I'm well. I've got coffee brewing and I'm ready to get started on projects. Sweet. Are you doing more Darth Designer instructions today, or are you working on something on your own? Have you followed any of Darth Designer's stuff? Okay. I know you're not as into Lego as you used to be, or as I am. But if military craft, helicopters and jets and submarines and battleships and some Star Wars stuff interests you, there's a guy, his name, he's Italian. I don't know his real name, but he goes by Darth Designer. Kodiak works with him a little bit on designs, on doing instructions for his builds. And he does a stream like I do when I'm doing design work, where he'll just sit here and say, this is what we need to do here, and so he designs his to scale, though.
Oh, wow.
So scale meaning official, like, this ship is 800 meters long, or that's really long, maybe 200 meters long. So we're going to scale it down to 1 meter equals 1 brick. So it's 200 studs long or something like that. 1 meter equals 1 stud, or a foot equals 1 stud, or something. So it's very, very rigid scaling that he does. And all his stuff is really good. He's been doing it for years. I said a reminder to catch her stream. Whose? Oh, Michaela's, yeah. Yeah, was she streaming this morning? I think I missed it. I was busy making pancakes, hanging out with my fam.
I do this all the time.
What? Just feel the pieces?
It's really weird.
So I've been watching a few more Adora builds. She is so fun and charming. It's just so much. She's Australian, and so I don't get to catch her often because it's usually like really early in the morning when she's streaming, and that's when I start work. But she giggles at everything. I think my age lady, and she just sits there and builds and chats, and it's so much fun. Busy with the mock and my GCSEs. Nice. How's your week been? Pretty good. Oh, video series you're producing. What are you producing? Can you talk about it, or do you have to kill us afterwards?
So how has your week been?
I mean, we were getting ready for our big conference, so I wasn't doing a whole lot, but everybody else was. I was just kind of sitting waiting for stuff to happen so that I could help. I was going to cut out or dig up our sago palm in the backyard because it died.
Oh.
But it's raining out now, and I don't want to...
I mean...
Not now, but I'm kind of doing something.
Yeah, just you're a little preoccupied.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So when this is done, if we've got time, maybe I'll go look it up. But I think we're going to go hang out with your moms.
You are?
Yeah, I think we're going to go get a beer at a brewery.
At a brewery?
Well, there's a brewery close by that's closing this weekend, so I think we're going to try to go catch their last keg emptying, or maybe we'll go to another one on the other side of town. All right, this says 2, so I'm going to do 2. It's raining for me too, but I love rain, so who's complaining? I'm not. I love rain as well.
I'm doing a playthrough on Ace Combat 7 by a character I created for the league.
Oh, cool. Are you doing character voices, or what are you doing for the... Oh, a playthrough. Okay. Got it. So I'm excited to get back to Resident Evil Village. I only played for about half hour last night, and Beth was wanting to sleep, so I was like, do you want to watch? Because it's a horror thing. And she was like, yeah, do you want to... Because I got it thinking that she'd want to watch, she likes horror stuff. And she's like, no, I'm tired, I'm going to take a nap. So I had to put my headphones on. Boy.
God, that was a mistake.
Oh, rookie move.
Yeah, come on, Dad.
So I'm just sitting there playing, and I'm like, okay, I've got my headphones on, and she's like nodding off. I'm like, if I scream, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, that's fine. And so I wasn't screaming, but I'm sitting there swearing. Like, you turn a corner and something happens. I'm like, mother, holy God, brat, just. And then my arms are just chill bumps all the time, and I was
That's why I don't play horror games.
So good. Like, I hate it, but it was so good. Like, right at the beginning. So the beginning is a bunch of cutscenes of stuff, and then you're kind of dropped into the world after that, like normal games would be.
Is that the Resident Evil game, the Resident Evil Village, the one with
Village?
Very tall.
Vampire Lady.
Vampire Lady.
I'm guessing so. I haven't seen her yet, but that's the one.
It's
So
something something.
it's like Mama something.
Yeah.
It's like Mommy something or other.
It's probably not Mommy, but.
No, I think it's Mama.
Mother
Something.
Mother this.
So, like, one of the very early bits is you're kidnapped and you're taken by these people, and the car that they're in wrecks, and you wake up and everybody's dead, and so you're in this snowy area by yourself, and you've got a flashlight. And to perpetuate the horror aspect, Mother Step on Me, Mother Dimitri.
Yeah, I just looked up tall mommy vampire.
Yeah, Tuscan says Lady Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Miranda? Okay. So basically I'm pretending that I'm a bear in the cockpit, and because it's a game with silent protagonists, I'm acting as though the radio in my jet is broken. Oh, neat.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty fun. ×2. Okay, good. So I got those. So the infuriating part about this first bit is you wake up from the wreck, you look at some stuff that's strewn around the wreck, everybody's dead. And there's paperwork, and you can kind of look at the paperwork that's kind of there, and then you grab a flashlight. Oh, I need to do those two things. And as you're walking through this snowy landscape, your character will not raise the flashlight up. So you're the flashlight's looking down like 2 feet in front of you while you're trying to look ahead to where a path is. And it took me like 20 minutes to find a path to get away from this wreck. And I kept like doing this with the controller going, pick your flashlight up, dude. I can't see anything,
That's a weird shape.
Now that's a stepmom I'd let kill me. Did you guys see the Kyle Hill where they examined, because of her height and her mass and the heels that she would be wearing, what would happen to you if she stepped on you?
Of course he would do a video like that.
Yeah. Well, because he's like, okay, the internet has asked for this, and he just kept going, guys, come on. And so he got a ballistic gel head, and then he got a big stack of like 500 pounds or something, or 700 pounds of weights, and then with like a bolt underneath it to be the high heel, and it basically just goes right through. Then he's like, yeah, well, I kind of figured that would happen. And they're like, he's like, but Kyle, what about the bones in the head? It's not just made out of ballistic gel. So they got a coconut down there, and he just went like this, and it just went split. It's like, yep. I mean, what did you think was going to... Yeah. It was funny.
I probably would, yeah.
Kodiak, yes, and I'm not swayed. Oh... It's a race. Who's winning?
Me.
Are you going real fast?
No. We're on the same...
Ah.
I didn't know how to say it, so I just pointed. We're on the same...
We're on the same... These symbols represent some kind of counting.
Yes.
But I don't know what they are. I will just point to these symbols, and you know what I mean.
Precisely. I can't believe I'm about to be a senior. I don't know how to count.
You know how to count.
I know how to count, just not sometimes.
I know what you don't know how to do.
Live.
Make pancakes.
Oh, shut up. I made really good pancakes.
You had lots of help.
You did nothing.
Didn't I?
You stood there and gave me moral support.
Didn't I?
Uh-huh, sure.
Ivy loves horror. Hey, we were just talking about horror. Hi, Ivy. We love horror too.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and start asking you what your favorite horror movies are. Let's see. So last night we went over to our friend's house and they hadn't seen Hereditary. So we watched Hereditary. We watched them watch Hereditary, and that was very entertaining. And we were just talking about Resident Evil, so that's fun. You love Star Wars and Lego too? Well, you're in the right place. Because guess who loves Star Wars? And guess who loves Lego? He's okay with it.
Hey, shut up. I love both of them.
So everybody's caught up on Bad Batch too, yeah?
No.
Oh, God. Okay, you have to come over here knowing that we're going to talk about Bad Batch.
We're going to talk about Bad Batch.
It's been 3 days now. Came out Friday.
I watched the first episode.
There's 3 episodes.
There's 3 episodes?
The microphone is right here. You don't need to shout.
I should totally
don't
not
move that
shout.
Actually, it'd probably be better like this. I'm gonna switch to. Oh, you know why we can't hear anything? We're switched to. Let's do Omni sound. There we go. This might be a little better. I had it on for front and back to
Your son.
because Beth and I do podcasts, so I sit here and she sits here. So now it's just a whatever.
Omni sound, Omni man.
Omni. My favorite horror movies are the OG Halloween, nice, except 3. Yeah, it was terrible. Arachnophobia, Maximum Drive, Blade, most of them. So I will say I am not a horror movie fan, just because I haven't watched a lot, but we've been watching more lately, and I've sort of developed an appreciation for them. The Conjuring 2 is probably one of my favorite movies, like just movies, horror or not. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. I was always a fan of the Hellraiser series. I think Clive Barker does some amazing, just like horror fantasy stuff, and it's nice to see stuff that's not just. It is kind of hack and slash, but it's a bit more demented and otherworldly. So that's always fun. So I'm a big Clive Barker fan. Beth is a huge horror fan, so she's been getting us to watch more horror movies lately. So I get her to watch more science fiction, and she gets me to watch more horror.
Yeah, no, I'm a wimp.
You don't want to watch horror movies?
I cry.
You cry?
I cry.
They're not.
Shut up.
They're not romantic tragedies.
No, I
You cry
cry
out
because
of
I'm
fear?
scared.
Oh, Annihilation is so good, and I get it. Like, I get why people may not like it, because it's a bit. I won't say bloated, but it's very aware of itself as a movie. But I enjoyed it. Like, I was terrified. There's something like really unsettling about the music, about the art direction, about the design of the aliens and all the stuff that goes with it. Oh man, so good. So I watched that and Arrival like back to back, and 2 really good examples of like broad spectrum science fiction, because you've got like really hard science fiction in Arrival and really good horror science fiction in Annihilation, which I haven't really seen since Event Horizon, and Event Horizon was terrible. I hated that movie. It started out so good, and I was so excited because of the content. Faster than light, warp ship, whatever, disappears. You know, it goes on a mission and disappears, and then it comes back, and they have to go investigate it, and it turns out it's been to hell. And you're like, what? I have to see this movie. And then it turns out kind of exactly as you'd expect, and you're like,
Not good.
lame. Yeah, there was a lot of choices that the movie made where I was just like, really? That seems over the top. All right, you gotta go outside. Cool. My horror movie was my soccer team last season. Your hometown soccer team or the one you were playing on? like your town's team. I will say the Avalanche are first in the league, President's Trophy winners, man. Going into the Stanley Cup Finals.
Okay.
With home ice advantage.
Welcome
to Hockey Talk. This is.
I have no idea what any of that meant.
That's so weird because, like, when you were born, I put hockey stuff on you.
Yeah,
like,
and I have a hockey puck in my room.
Yeah. Hey, Brad. Good morning. As an author, I'm so mad at myself that I'm never able to come up with something as ball-retractingly terrifying as the skull bear. Dude, that thing is legitimately the scariest thing ever. And I will say also because of the way it lures. You're never going to see this, are you? Annihilation?
Probably not. I don't like horror.
The story is something fell to Earth, a comet, a meteorite, something, and it hit on like this coastline, and it created sort of this bubble. Mm-hmm. And inside the bubble, things are changing. Like they're evolving rapidly, differently, right? The theory is it's evolving into whatever alien life can be supported in it from wherever this comet or whatever came from. But it's like accelerated and augmented DNA for a lot of stuff. So they send in some people and they lose track of those people. So the movie is basically the second team that goes in after them to see what happens.
Oh, God.
And so there's all this weird stuff inside of it. Weird plants. It's starting to affect them. They find these tapes of what happened to the first team and it's all very terrifying. So there's this weird... And it's a skull bear. That's all I can say about it.
It's a skull bear?
Skull bear. So it's this giant creature, and when it growls, it mimics human speech. So at one point, they're in this house, and they're trying to hide from the giant albino crocodile that was chasing them earlier. But then they hear, "Help me!" Right? And they're like, "Oh my God." No. So they go running in there, thinking it's one of their team members, and this skull bear just attacks them. And then while they're like trying to be quiet while it's walking through the house, and you see its head come in and its mouth opens and it kind of goes, "Rrr." But then at the end of the growl it goes, "Help me," like that. And you're just like, oh my God, it's so good. I want to watch it again.
Okay, well, you might have to watch it with me now.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I won't be happy about it, but
one of the best teams of my country. I missed who it was. Oh, you just said one of the best teams in the country.
Because the soccer.
No, I know. What team is it, though? Is it Real Madrid? I forget where you hail from, Walter. I'm very sorry. Is it a Premier League team? Is it just a club team? He's told me like 3 times. I feel like
nice
a bad host.
Nice job. Yeah. Maybe that's where I get my terrible memory from. I get it from you. Yeah. Oof, I gotta put a sticker on this.
Oof, don't. I'm gonna take these apart.
Got it. I didn't want to anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, these are not...
Put the sticker on you instead.
No, don't. Just leave them on the sheet. Because I can sell
this. Fun.
I can sell the stickers later.
Why make a profit when you could have fun with your son? And then put stickers on your glasses.
Oh my! What are you trying to make me feel bad about?
I just want to put stickers on you.
Oh, Portugal. Oh, so that is.
Now remember that, Dad.
Now I forget the Portuguese team. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Because I used to follow Premier League quite a bit, but it's hard to find here. So was Portugal one of the ones that was in the big kerfluffle with the Super League teams or whatever, where they they were going to branch off the Portuguese national football team? Yeah, so it's just Portugal, but it's like the Spanish team is Real Madrid. It's like 2 different, and then Manchester and the Man U and.
This piece isn't a sticker.
No, it's not. The team is Benfica. They spend 100 million euros on new players and end up on 3rd. Barcelona. Yeah, that sucks when a team spends a lot of money to get players and then they suck. Oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to take these apart, but I need these tiles for my Mandator 4 class microfighter. I'm excited. Je suis excité. Je suis excitement.
Dad, I don't barely even know Spanish.
I don't barely even know Spanish?
Yes, I barely even know English.
Moneyball! That's right, Glenn. That's what it's all about. I heard that was a good movie, too. Should watch. So in a second here, I may go make myself a cup of coffee.
Alright.
Because that is empty.
I'm not good entertainment.
That's why there's music. People can just quietly listen to the sounds of Lego being put together.
And this time I'm actually building it on camera.
Yeah, you're doing well.
And I beat you.
Those teams only want it because I'm entertaining the chat, too.
Shut up.
More money for themselves and don't let older teams to fairly win it.
Oder.
I am not going to criticize because Walter is speaking a second language and I barely know a first language.
You barely know a first language?
I maybe could speak French to him, but...
Here's your custom lightsaber.
Dork.
You like my custom lightsaber?
Yes, I don't. And don't let other teams too fairly win it. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, they spend a lot of money to get that. That happens here, too. That happens with a lot of baseball teams. Most sports teams in America will do that. They play Moneyball. But Moneyball, from what I understand, is not going out and paying for the most expensive player. It is going out and finding who is the best player for the money. And so you end up with a team full of non-stars, but because their averages over the course of their careers are so good, you don't spend as much money on it. And then you have a larger cap in case you get to a trade deadline where then you can pull in a star or two, right? You're not spending your whole cap on getting a couple big stars and then you have kind of a team that has to be carried. Yeah, the American system's like that, but I think the idea of playing the averages of getting a team that's built up of a lot of well-performing players versus a LeBron James or something like that, you know.
A LeBron James. Because there's more than one LeBron James.
Well, a type, a LeBron James type.
A LeBron James.
That's it. You're going to have to sit here in silence.
Oh,
no French. Ne pas français. Je ne parle français. Parce que Walter ne veut pas pour moi parler français.
¿Dónde estás la biblioteca? Where is the library?
Où est la bibliothèque? Now you speak French. Où est
la biblioteca?
So I told Greg my favorite French joke this morning. It's so good. So in French, egg is œuf. So one egg, and since you always use an article in Romance languages, you have to say le œuf or l'œuf, L'Oeuf. And then un œuf is one egg, right? Mm-hmm. So the joke is, why do French people not have two eggs for breakfast?
Because one egg is enough.
Because one egg is enough.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just think it's a brilliant joke.
Yes. Because
it's bilingual. It's good wordplay. Plus, it's fun to say enough.
Enough.
All right, I'm gonna finish this bag and then I'll go get coffee. So.
Right.
So the only reason I know French is because in high school the girl that I was sweet on was going to take French, so I decided to take French instead of Spanish.
Who was that?
Because those are my high school girlfriend. You don't know her. It was 30 years ago. Her name was Shalane, which is the same as your mom's middle name, which was really weird.
Huh?
Your mom's middle name is Shalane. Is actually Shalene.
Yes, I know now.
I heard that joke, and I think it was in For All Mankind. I love it. I think it was like one of the first jokes we learned in French. But the French teacher I had was hilarious.
Who was the teacher that you had that sent you guys to detention for yawning?
That was a French teacher, but she was... Did I do that wrong? She was a little Mexican lady. She did French and Spanish.
Ah.
And I totally put this in the wrong. And she would say, "Nope, you give me stress," and then she would hold us for detention. And then the yawning thing, she thought it was disrespectful if you were yawning in her class, so she held you for detention. But also that she made some excuse that while you were yawning, you couldn't hear what she was saying.
Because when you yawn, your ears...
Right, your ears plug up. Mm-hmm. And we're all like, yeah, but come on, man.
We're tired.
I speak enough Russian to get myself into trouble. That's what I always say. And I know enough German and Spanish to start a fight.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Especially German, because there's a German word for everything, including probably something about your questionable parentage. That'll get you into a fight pretty easy. Or some, not yours specifically, but not big you, but little you.
Am I little you? And you're big me?
Not you specifically, but you.
Yes, but I'm a little you and you're a big me.
You're a mini me.
I am building Lego.
Mm-hmm. Live, coming to you live. I need a neat name for my place. I followed a podcaster. Jawbone Radio is one of the first podcasters in the U.S., and he's got a great introduction. It's like live from the top of the Nobby Annex in beautiful downtown something Cleveland or whatever. He's changed it because they've moved. But he must have paid, a voice actor and a team of audio engineers to make this great intro for him, because he's used it for like
everything.
God, when did I start listening to him? 2008, 2009?
Oh, wow. What?
Yeah, they've been doing this for like 13 years. They were one of the first, if not the first. I mean, they were doing stuff with like Adam Carolla.
I have no idea who that is.
And Jonathan Colton, and...
I've heard that name before.
So they've been around a while. Alright, so I finally got the main pod done. The eyeball. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. Be right back. In Europe, if you win your country championship, you have a chance to access the championship league. Here, the big is money. Here, the money is big. Yes.
Here, the big is money.
Don't beat up on him too much. I shall be right back.
Don't hurt me. Yeah, it is amazing. I wish I knew what I was doing.
You gotta get used to that, Greg. Don't you want a stream?
Huh?
Don't you want to have a stream?
I mean, yeah. I'm not good at talking.
Is yours gonna be gameplay?
Probably.
Minecraft?
Probably. Oh yeah, I do have a chance to say bad things about him. His impressions aren't really that good. I'm just messing. He has great impressions. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that. You see, I would say bad things about him, but there's nothing really bad to say. He's a good person. Isn't that right, Dad?
I'm sorry?
Exactly.
I'm supposed to say you are sorry.
Am I doing this right?
Alright, I'm back.
Thank God.
Was that stressful?
Not really. I had a chance to say bad things about you, so
You didn't, because there's no bad things to say about me.
See, I told you.
I can be a little wishy-washy. This X-wing foil mechanism is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I wish I knew what I was
Are you
doing.
building along with us, Glenn, or have you already built it?
Pretty sure somebody's building along with us. He is really busy.
Daw.
If
You
I-
guys. Man down!
I can't even think of anything bad to say about him. Like, I honestly tried.
I honestly tried to think of something bad to say about you. And couldn't.
That just means you hide it very well.
Okay, sure. Ooh, black.
Okay, sure.
I don't have any black ones. I like these pieces. I need to get them in black. They're nice. Oh. Ooh. Droid head.
Droid head?
It's the
Oh,
the
God.
bug-headed droid. It's an Imperial protocol droid, which you don't see much of in the movies or the TV shows.
I mean,
You see, the first one you see is on the Sandcrawler, but it's silver.
we saw it in Mandalorian.
This guy? I'm thinking you
The
see.
head.
I think you see some in Rogue One. I think when they're.
Oh,
on-
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of these on Rogue One. Yeah, so this is the guy we're talking about.
What are we doing?
Imperial protocol droid. And I forget what it was, the T series or something like that. I forget what the.
Thank you.
I think it just says Imperial probe droid or oh no, N-I. Oh my god.
He's a good guy, but I'm not a good kid.
No, it's a the droid's name is NIL8. Annihilate.
Oh, that's funny.
No, it's not. It's dumb. I hate when they pun those names out. And by extension, I imagine you're a good kid. He is. He's a good.
I'm decent.
He's a good soul. You got good parents. Your moms are good people too. I got a lot of problems with you people. I wish I could listen to Flogging Molly on this instead of... As much as I appreciate the Harris Heller, check out Harris Heller on Spotify.
DMCA. Your
I
cat.
can't.
Oh, that's funny. His cat is sitting.
Aw,
Oh, his cat was sitting on his little Lego exhibits, which have LED lighting. So he was just sitting on one of the things, like he was a little Lego thing. It was adorable.
He's like, I'm lit up. I'm ready for my spotlight, Mr. DeMille. Close up. I'm ready for my close up, Mr. DeMille.
This is intense. I did that wrong.
Cool. Thanks for building along with us, Glenn. See, Glenn has so many sets, and he's so backlogged that I think oftentimes when I'm doing this, he sees the thumbnail that I post up, and he's like, "Oh, I have that set. I'll build with you guys." So James offered me something, Glenn. Michaela had posted her backlog that was originally just her closet, but then she was like, no, here's my storage thing with my actual backlog. And it wasn't like a ton of sets. It was probably overall maybe 20, 30 sets that were in storage or in a closet or something like that. So James messaged me and says, now you can kind of officially keep me out of it. And I don't know if he meant don't mention him or just don't film him. But he was like, I saw Michaela posting about that, and I thought you might like to, if you wanted to get hits on your channel by showing other people's stuff, like storage units full of Lego. And I was like, well, that doesn't really do anything for me. And showing storage units full of Lego may be a thing. I don't know. I don't know if people would be into that. But I was like, I certainly don't have a backlog. When these 2 sets are done...
You sure?
When these 2 sets are done, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Everything else I bought, I've opened and built and then taken apart. Backlog is I've got a bunch of unopened sets over here.
Oh, I thought you meant backlog as in like bricks you need to sort. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Because you definitely have those.
Yeah. No, I've got a lot of that, but...
Crap
So,
ton.
backlog. Like,
Yeah.
I've got that Darth Vader head, and that's it. And I don't know that I'm going to open that. And
And
I've
then
got...
you got this.
That's already built.
That's already built?
Yeah, it's up on the shelf. It's right there. And then, yeah, that's it. And then
This
those
is a
2.
Lego, is it?
No, these are Hisanhe knockoff Legos, but I like them. I think they're cute. They're all fake stores.
Yep.
Pizza store, shoe store, giant coffee chain store. So, what I thought though is maybe doing a series called Tech Slug Backlog. Or
What would that be?
so I would do interviews with Tech Slug members and show their backlog, show their storage units full of Lego. But I think there's only probably going to be, well, I don't know. I could probably do Glenn. Glenn's, I think, got an S ton. Will, I've seen Will's, both of them. We could do James. Probably do Steve. Steve Jackson. He lives way south.
What is this supposed to do? Oh! That's cool.
What?
It's the wings.
Yeah.
I had
where
no
you're
idea what I
saying
was building.
The S-foils contraption is very intense in this. It's very compact too.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was building. So,
That's great that it was a surprise. I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to build that. Maybe I'll take it apart and rebuild it. So I don't know. That may be a fun thing to do, but we'll see. I don't know. You do more than a couple. This is disconcerting. Like, I don't know if there was another page in here that needed to be. I think it was probably clipped before it was folded, so I think it's all right.
yeah, there was not another page because 72,
Well, I didn't-
73.
yeah, I checked the numbers. These symbols, I checked those
up.
numbers.
Those are numbers?
Numbers.
Okay, numbers. Got it. What's a number?
So we went to Dan and Dara's last night, and they ordered pizza, and they're like, "Do you guys want a salad with your pizza?" And I broke my thumbs trying to find a gif of SpongeBob going, "What the heck is a salad?" I couldn't find one. It's like, dang it, that would have been so great. Here are your salads. That's the only one I could find. Double up. And we've murdered the chat. Mm-hmm. It's gone quiet. Everybody's busy doing stuff. I know Kodiak and Glenn are busy doing stuff. So,
So what are you going to do in your future streams?
well, until I get more sets, which I don't know when I'm going to get more sets, because the rest of the Star Wars series... Oh, let's get you back in that shelf so I can take a picture of you, dumb cat. A lot of the Star Wars stuff doesn't come out until August.
Oh, there he goes.
So, between now and August, I don't know that I'm going to do a whole lot.
I got him.
Well, I want to get them too, because I want to post
Oh.
Monster.
Fizz gig.
He's going to rub up on this stuff. Oh, okay. Go away.
It's
I
still
knew
adorable.
putting stuff down there was going to be a problem, but none of those are like my designs. So the two in the back, the Slave 1 and the Jack 14 fighter, those are San Diego exclusives that I just parted out. And then the other 5 are not my design. So I'm like, they don't get nice stands and they don't get top shelving. And
Yeah.
because I didn't design those.
Ooh. Nice.
I'm listening to you too and photoshopping some microfighters for the Instagram. Cool. Yeah, Walter does a lot of the microfighters. He's constantly hounding me. You got a new thing up yet? Do you have instructions for these yet? Do you have that one built yet? I'm like, dude, chill out. I am one man. Are you done yet? No, he's cool. He's the only other person on my Discord, other than Glenn.
Oh, that's sad.
It really kind of is.
Hey, it's okay.
It's just me posting stuff, saying, "Hey, there's a new thing I designed. Hey, did you guys hear about this new Lego set? Hey, our podcast is gonna be late. Go over to our other abandoned Discord podcast server."
It's okay. Can I put stickers on your glasses now? I need to put stickers on the things. Oh man.
See, ideally, I'd like to hold on to the stickers and open up a sticker-only Bricklink store.
Ooh.
That only sells stickers and get, I'm telling you, dozens of pennies for them.
Dozens of pennies.
I am going to be a 100 air.
100 air. I'm
Maybe.
already 100 air.
Maybe 100 air. If that.
I'm 100 air and I don't
Like
even
those
have
kids in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there? Yeah, exactly. Which is a true thing that happens.
Hey, shush. We don't need to talk about that. I drive now, so you don't have to deal with that. Except if you're driving me to Kentucky.
You know what that means now, though, is that when we go on road trips, you can
I will
drive.
not be driving you.
Really?
Oh my god, no.
For 12 hours?
I would not want to do that.
Yeah, I heard your drive up to Temple was
Not
even Temple.
The drive
Did you go all the way up
there-
to Temple?
Yeah, I went all the way up to Temple.
Yeah.
The drive up there was
harrowing,
not good.
frazzled.
Yes, a little bit. And
Adventurous?
then the drive back was actually really good.
Okay.
Mom and Claire were following you the entire time.
That's how I heard about it. I have a feeling it's because you were a little excited about why you were driving up there.
No, it was because I was holding the wheel like this.
No,
And
don't.
so no, yeah, that's exactly what was going on. So I didn't have much control.
You were also excited about why you're going there. I
No,
remember
I was
driving to my
tired,
girlfriend's
actually.
house for the first time. It was a little exciting.
I was very nervous because I was meeting her dad.
Mm-hmm. I was once a child like you.
You probably looked like me too.
Probably. Yeah, I yelled at my mom for getting curly hair too. She's like, "Oh, I have no control over that."
How dare you give me curly hair, Dad? How dare you? Did Grandma Jeannie call you last night? It's Mom's fault.
Yeah, Kodiak not driving to actual Temple. He's in Utah, so driving to Temple is going to the Mormon temple there. Yeah, so yes, she called last night. And then I missed a call and I didn't see because my ringer was off, and then we were leaving Dan and Dara's and I see that I get a text and it's my mom and she says, "Call me." And I'm like, "Oh my God, somebody died." And then right then I get a text from your mom's, or no, Beth got a text from Cheryl and was like, "Is Ben there? He needs to talk to Greg about something." And I'm like, "What is going on?" It wasn't a big deal. It's just my mom, or the kids' moms were like, "Hey, you should probably talk to your grandparents every once in a while. Just call them and say hi. You know, let them know that you're kind of around and thinking about them."
This is what I said. And then I sent her a picture of me and Rowan. And
So
then
she
called Rowan and she was like, "Greg never does this.
Yeah.
Is he okay?"
Yeah, my mom calls me and is like, "Is your son okay? He just called to say he loves me." And I'm like, "What? He didn't even do that to me."
Yeah, Mom was like, you should text your grandparents and be like, "Oh, I love you. I just want to say that." I'm just like, that's not something I would
It's
do.
slang for sneaking out to have sex.
Ah.
Yeah. Giggity. Yeah, so that was really weird. And it was one of those where it's at the end of the night and I just wanted to go home and go to bed because I was tired. And you get that feeling going through you. You're like, "Oh God, there's going to be drama." And it's at the end of the day. I don't want end of day drama. It's the worst kind of drama.
I didn't even
I was
want
like,
to do
he's
it.
in the hospital. He killed somebody. He and Ariston ran off to Vegas and got married.
It's been 3 weeks. Slow down. Oh.
Yeah, that is a confusing thing, but no, nobody's sneaking off to do that. I don't have to because I live in a house. There's no sneaking. Trying to think of other things to talk about. So, is anybody watching the Modoc cartoon or something like that? I keep getting ads for that.
Is it even like by Marvel?
Well, I mean, it's a Marvel character.
It's on HBO.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be on Disney Plus if it's Marvel?
That's true. I don't know what the distinction is, which is why I'm asking.
And how did they get the license for that? So is MODOK going to be an HBO thing now, and Marvel's never going to pick it up?
I don't have any idea.
That's going to suck.
Okay, what the what? Okay, 4. Yeah, but it's like, it looks like it's a family sitcom style show where MODOK's the dad, and I'm like, what is going on?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a neat effect.
Did I do that right? Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, you know, I just realized I don't think I finished doing the design for the the YT2000 from last time. I think the design was good. I think I just needed to finish doing the interior build stuff. So I'll have to go back and do that. Okay, now this is pretty cool.
This is a box.
That's pretty cool. That's the best.
This is a box.
Yeah, that's the engine.
This is a box. Gonna keep saying
me. This box.
Because it's a box. Oh, I dropped the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? The box is now in the back.
Is it a back box?
It's a back box.
It's a big back box.
Yeah, it's a back box.
Did you buy that?
Yeah, from the back box store.
Was it in the back of the back box store?
Yeah, in the back of the back box store.
Okay.
They had to check back.
Did they bag it up for you?
Yeah. They bagged up the back box store. They bagged it.
That's big, dude.
What are we even talking about?
Makes for good TV.
Mm-hmm. My stupidity makes for good TV.
That's sexy.
You find that sexy.
I like good design.
Okay, Pops.
I'm an artist at heart. I like good design.
I mean, yeah.
I like when things look good and make sense and don't have a lot of superfluous things on them.
I don't think you're an artist at heart. You have many drawings that you've made.
Well,
I think
can
it's
be an
kind of
artist
like...
and an artist at heart.
Okay, Dad. You do that.
I'm going to. You can't stop me.
No, I can't.
Oh. This is like the sketches, the Lego sketches. It's just doing a lot of layering. It's nice. Low-key appreciation for stuff done with just plates. Like built up with plates.
Dinner plates?
Yes, dinner plates.
Yeah, tasty.
Lego does a lot of work with flatware. No, flatware still is a cutlery. With China patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, Michaela, how's it going? Ben and Child. Greg, Michaela, Kayla.
Hello.
Stacked dinner plates only. So here's the discussion topic. We were talking about this yesterday. we need movies that have soundtracks done completely by one artist. For example, the Highlander soundtrack is done completely by Queen.
Oh.
And I think as is, I think Flash Gordon is also. I want to say that Legend also might be done by Yes. I think Blade Runner was all Vangelis, but Vangelis is more of a composer than like a musical artist. But also, the other thought I had was Tron Legacy was Daft Punk.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, they did that a couple songs, but they composed all the music for it. So there's your homework, or there's your discussion topic. Bring me the heads of all the movies where all the soundtrack, not soundtrack / score, right? So not like the musical bits in between, but like the soundtrack is all one artist. Which I think Highlander was the score too. Like Queen did all the music for it. Did Phil Collins do all the music for Tarzan? Because I know he did Son of Mine. Or no, not Son of Mine. That was just a different Genesis song. That was now I've got music playing in the background. I can't figure it out.
It's a challenge.
Son of Man. Son of Man.
Hey, that's what I am.
That's
what I am. Son of Man.
You're a son of mine, that's for sure. Something spirit set you free. Son of man of time to be.
I'm gonna beat you.
Ba-da, ba-da. Yeah, probably. And he did another song from early on.
Is it normal to have one piece left?
Yeah, especially that size. You get a lot of extra clips and 1x plates and stuff. Just put it under the stand there. So yeah, I know he did at least a couple songs, but was it like him? It was like Elton John and Tim Rice arranged all of. It was Elton John. Lion King.
I know Elton John was on Kingsman.
He was, and then the guy who played the Kingsman played Elton John. Isn't that weird? Okay, enough.
And now it's a hat.
It's a hat, it's a brooch, it's a pterodactyl.
Ooh, skis.
Really? Oh, neat. ×2. All right.
Time to make these fools ski.
Full ski?
I'm gonna make these fools ski. Full skis. Wow, I have the adequate parts to actually do this. This is hilarious. This is how he's gonna go.
Do it.
This is how he's gonna go.
It's
destroy the Darth. What is it called?
It's Dak from Empire Strikes Back. I feel like I could take on the whole Empire myself. I know that feeling, Dak. And then there's that meme where it's just him driving a snow speeder right into a Star Destroyer, and he's like, yeah! And they just shoot him down. So good. I think that was a robot chicken, actually. That sounds
like it.
Yeah. God, the Star Wars robot chicken stuff is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Go for Papa Palpatine. Yeah. Well, the other thing is they're identical, but they come in different bags. So I probably would have had to open up both bags at the same time. And I didn't have enough space, but I did think about that.
I could just speed run the other bag. I could just speed run the other bag.
Yep. Or I could speed bag the other run.
Whoa!
That just happened. Looks like Phil Collins is affiliated with the whole soundtrack. Nice. Affiliated. Interesting. So the whole reason I got this set is for this guy. General Dodonna. Don't have that one. Also, Princess Leia has got her hair is better in this figure. Come on, focus. Focus. It's not going to focus.
I think the camera has ADHD. It can't focus.
Oh, and this is dual mold Stormtrooper helmet. Ooh, nice.
Why does that work?
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora?
Queen done, Flash, yeah.
Why does that work? There's nothing. It's how it goes. That makes no sense.
Does it clip though?
It clips, yeah.
Weird. Well, I mean, you're just doing this.
Oh, they're not even going all the way.
No, I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. It's not very stable. I wouldn't have used it, but
Somebody's getting creative.
yeah, Flash did Queen. Queen also did Highlander. Who did Legend? Because I think Legend may have just been like one song was done by Yes.
Ah, yes, very stable.
Again, these only have to be stable for about 2 weeks and they're going to come apart. You're going to be pieced out, as it were. Peace out. So we've got affiliated. Go to pun jail. Yeah. Glenn, you're in a free speech timeout. You didn't say anything bad, but... Trying to pop your back?
I did pop it back.
Oh. That's something I miss doing now that I'm older. Popping my neck, popping my back.
I've been popping my shoulders the entire time.
Well, good for you.
It's not a good thing.
No.
It won't stop popping. That's the thing.
So who here is going to get the new Friends apartment set? Raise your hands.
I don't have hands.
And it's amazing you've got that set put together.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I think I used my toes.
Glenn's going to get it. I'm on the fence, really. It looks like it'd be a fun build, and it's got little bits that are fun to look at while you're building it. You're like, oh, I remember that, and I remember that. And then I kind of was like, I don't know if this is the hill I want to die on because I still have the original, the coffee shop put together. But I'm kind of like, can we go back to making new show sets? Because there was a Big Bang Theory, then they did Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Surely we could get an Office or a Frasier.
Those don't exist?
No.
With the popularity of The Office.
The Office, yeah. You would think that The
Come on.
Office would have one. I think somebody submitted it to Ideas, but it's not an official set yet. I would rather have that than a second Friends set. Because I feel like if you go back and watch Friends now, it's really kind of problematic.
Yep.
It's very kind of homophobic and transphobic, and also they're not great people to each other. They're always kind of mean to each other and not looking out for one another. But they kind of
makes for a good show.
Yeah, it's conflict, and conflict makes for a good show. Is Seinfeld coming? I haven't seen. That would be great. I'd get.
Yeah,
Seinfeld was never about being good people. Like from the get-go, they're like, these are not awesome people doing next to nothing, and we're gonna make a whole show about it. So at least they were true to themselves, which I'm there for. But it's cute because you get a little apartment, you get all the characters. I get it. Any sitcom that's got an apartment or a house. I mean, you could do Brady Bunch. They had a nice house. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't know. So many other things that they could do. Vehicle Voltron for one. They could do a Gundam. Shoot, they could do Power Rangers.
I'm having very fun. Much fun. Very fun. I'm so tired.
Well, you can go to bed after this. We only got like 20 minutes left.
Oh, so speedrun. Got it.
Oh, that's speedrun.
Speedrun.
We've got 20 minutes or when we're finished. Why don't we go until we're finished? We don't really have anywhere else to go other than back to bed. Yeah, I don't know why The Office isn't. You know what would make a great couple sets would be like X-Files.
Oh, yeah. Or Supernatural. Maybe.
Supernatural, maybe a little. Some of the themes may be a bit much.
Yeah.
But
I could definitely see some of those being good sets. I honestly don't really know what Supernatural
and
is.
I know.
But...
Yeah, I need to watch it. I know that Mega Block, or Connect, or something has the license for it already. But Star Trek items would be amazing. I wish they could get the license for that. Because, I mean, it's just you've got so many shows and so many years of material literally to build from.
There's so much wasted potential there.
And with like Picard being out now and Lower Decks and Discovery, you basically got 3 shows currently out right now. So, I don't know. I was also not interested in the Bugle until I heard it may have Doctor Doom and Blade. Ooh, Blade. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait till they do more Blade stuff.
Blade is Marvel's Vampire Hunter, right?
Yeah.
He's had like several interactions with Deadpool in the comics, right?
In the comics, I don't know. I've never read any of the Deadpool or Blade comics. I read a handful of Deadpool comics when he was first out and when he appeared in other, like when he was in X-Force or showed up in X-Force or Cable or New Mutants and stuff like that. Spider-Man.
I'm really sad that...
Yeah, Blade's going to be rad. I can't wait for all his new movies to come out. You're going to be sad what?
I'm going to be sad if they don't bring Nova into the MCU.
I haven't heard that they're going to do that, and I don't understand why not.
Because it makes so much sense.
They've introduced him. They've introduced
the Nova Corps.
The Nova Corps and whatever the planet is already. I would have thought that maybe since they're like, well, we've got Captain Marvel already, we don't want to go too many characters from the Kree, the Skrull, all those
that are like really powerful.
Yeah, because he's like stupid powerful.
Yeah,
they like people shooting arrows at robots. Can we get somebody to do a backflip with pretty hair? That's who we want.
But seeing
and then we'll just put off their movie for 3 years.
Yeah, I really want to see Sam Alexander in like his origin story in the movies, because that was so good in the comics, and that was the only comic that I really ever fell in love with.
Oh, I pulled out the Nova figure.
Yeah.
And I think I may have put it back in there. I was going through those tubs of Lego you left over here, and there was a Nova minifig. I'm like, oh, I should give this back to Greg. He'd really like it.
Yeah, Nova's one of my favorites.
It'll be interesting to see how they bring Blade back in. Maybe they'll have a Blade Mobius movie. The living vampire and the Daywalker. I don't know if they each rate their own movie at this point, but I don't know. I'm not Kevin Feige, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for season 2 of Mandalorian. More Bad Batch episodes.
I'm waiting for Loki.
Loki, that's coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been said that he's going to be fighting other versions of himself.
I know, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Plus, we get to see
Loki again.
Owen Wilson go, wow.
Oh my god, yeah, we do.
Oh, you're Loki. You're like kind of a trickster. Wow, that's so great. Well, I'm tell you what, we're not going to lock you up. But I'm going to need you to like be on our team about the whole thing. Buddy. No, I'm going to go to my Vince Vaughn. I would never do that. I would never take the Tesseract from you. You know me. I'm your brother. I'm like a friend of yours, pal. I'm not going to do anything, you know. Sorry. It's a work. It's a nascent.
It's okay.
Impression. Plus, I don't know that you know what Wedding Crashers is.
Don't.
It's a Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson movie. It's a rom-com.
Yeah, I don't watch
Scamps
it.
with the hearts of gold. Oh, they are not good, Michaela, but I thank you. I'm basically doing an impression of Seth Meyers doing an impression of Vince Vaughn. I didn't have a Vince Vaughn. I do fun voices.
Yeah.
Like Rick from...
Rick and Morty?
No, from... no, that's you just burp a lot. Hey, Marty. No, Beth's favorite impression of mine is Rick from Big Mouth.
Oh, no.
What you gonna do, brother?
It's actually really close to Smeagol.
Yes, Smeagol. But Elmo. Elmo doesn't like it when you do that. Don't touch Elmo.
All right, Elmo, point on yourself.
Point on yourself
where the
they
person touched you.
Oh, no. Now I have to do that.
What do you think of the 3 episodes of Bad Batch? I
can't talk about it.
Yeah, because Chuckles here hasn't effing seen it.
Yeah, I'll go to the bathroom. You guys can.
No. I will say that I enjoy them. I'm not going to go into too much plot revealing stuff, but I like watching it in sort of a, hey, it's... Huh?
I'm wondering to myself if I've seen the second episode yet. Because they went to...
Cut and Run.
Yeah.
That's the second episode.
I've seen the second episode.
You watched it here.
Okay, I haven't seen the third episode.
Okay. You want to watch it before you leave?
No, I want to go lay down.
Okay.
I'll watch it in bed.
I enjoy it that it's a continuation of more... Star Wars.
Just talk about it. It's okay.
Well, no. I'm just trying to kind of give a general impression of it because it suffers from the things that I like least, which is like, more kids stuff. There's a kid in this, right? Mm-hmm. Which is the way Rebels started, which is the way Resistance was, where it's like this young bumbling kind of thing. Clone Wars had Ahsoka as a really young Padawan, and she was the
only kind of kid in it.
Well, and she was specifically kind of, it's not uppity, what is it? A little defiant, a little... Rebellious, yeah. And she was like, hey, Sky Guy, which I'm so glad they stopped saying Sky Guy. That's the dumbest thing. I like that he called her Snips and kept calling her Snips. That was pretty good. Reconnection successful. Did I...
No, you've been streaming.
Hey, Beth? Did we lose connection?
I said that earlier, but you've been fine.
Huh, weird. Okay.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, it flipped to Wi-Fi, so I don't know what happened. I think we're back.
You're back?
The thing that sucks about this whole setup is if I lose connection, it starts a new stream. So now there's going to be like 2 videos on YouTube.
2 VODs. Yikes.
which there's no way to like blend them either.
I mean, you could just...
I could download it and stitch it together, but that's just too much problem. And hardly anybody goes back and watches these anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I could do a speed test right now, but I think I'm hooked up properly. It's okay, we're almost done.
What were we talking about?
We're doing impressions, we're talking about Bad Batch.
Talking about Ahsoka and Snips.
Oh yeah, so I do,
You liked how...
I like the growth that Ezra had and Ahsoka had. I don't think Kaz got any growth whatsoever. I think Resistance was just garbage comparatively.
Kaz is... I don't think I ever watched Resistance.
He was the spy that was, he was an Imperial Navy or Republic Navy. And he was drafted by Poe to go sit on this
The guy in the
space station. Yeah. So Poe Dameron's in like the first and like 8th episode or something. You see Phasma once, you see Kylo Ren once.
And
Hux a couple times, but then they create mostly their own characters. And Kaz is the main character, and he's this young kid who is a good pilot. So he's kind of a doof, and he's a space cadet, but he's a really good pilot. But they barely show him being a good pilot.
wow.
They show him doing a lot of stupid things and getting into trouble, and then every like 4th episode they show him going, "Oh yeah, I'm a really good pilot. Remember that?" So, but the show had a lot of cool new ships, and then Lego came out and did one random ship and one other random ship of somebody who got blowed up. Not even the main character's ship. I'm like, what a lost opportunity. So,
I guess you'll be doing those.
what?
I guess you'll be doing those designs.
Well, that's that one.
Which
The
one?
green and yellow one that's sideways with a ring in front of
Oh.
it. That's the Fireball. And I haven't built it yet, but I've also got design for Griff Halloran's ship, which looks like the TIE Fighter, but with like the wings kind of pointing out in the front of it. They had the Aces racer ships were great. I thought they were really fun, but Lego did not capitalize on that. So, who's gonna beat who?
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a really good TIE Fighter, Ben. Wow.
To be fair,
To be
I
fair.
got distracted.
To be fair, yeah, Resistance is good for shipbuilding. They've got a lot of good racers. That's where. Oh, also the red TIE interceptor thing, the Baron's TIE interceptor thing, that came from that show. The base was pretty cool because you think it's this floating. It sits in the ocean and it's a floating spaceport or something, but it turns out it's a giant ship, and like 80% of it was underwater.
Oh, wow.
So it just rises up and it's this big sort of. It's really kind of cool. So there's your TIE Fighter. Nothing special. Good, solid, very swooshable.
Also, to be fair.
To be fair.
134 and I'm on 142.
So I get done first. I didn't say it was a race to get to 132 or 142. I said it was a race to finish. I didn't even say it was a race to finish. You said, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, I never said it was a race. It just said I was going to beat you.
With this stick. To be fair. Oh, I can't wait for Beth to watch Letterkenny. It's going to be so much fun. She's going to hate it. But she's making me watch Ready or Not. So,
Also, to be fair, I've been doing this. Back, here we go.
This your last bag? What time is it?
11:26.
You got this. Finish this out.
Not that many pieces.
I didn't even have any stickers on this guy. Okay, Michaela, okay. But you wonder what? That's all I got. You wonder what? I made a comment on Twitter The Avalanche, my favorite hockey team, are in the playoffs, and they had a Twitter post about something, and they said so-and-so's on the ice to dangle, and I just said Ferda, and somebody responded with "For the boys," and I was like, yeah, my people. For the boys. Ferda.
Where these going here? And then they go towards you. Oh.
That's what I appreciate about you, Michaela.
There we go. Give me your face.
No. Lego instructions say not to shoot at other people.
Only suggestions.
So I got this from, let's open this up while we're sitting here doing nothing. This is from Mevitz Bricks. It's going to go with a pile of bricks that I've got over there for an Imperial troop transport and the Trexler Marauder, which is going to be an official set come August. And I have the designs for it as a microfighter. You spend so much time making piles of stuff. Have you done any knolling?
No.
You need to.
All you need to do is steal the pieces. You just gotta.
Mevitz Bricks. Go check them out. Based out of San Antonio, New Braunfels. So I got some good pieces.
Mom.
See, and this picture right there, that's your mom. These pieces are better. I like those better.
Would you like to trade them out?
No. These are for the ones that I'm doing. Micro what? Has anyone talked about microfighters? Walter wants to know about microfighters.
Mm-hmm, I can tell.
Did you like the new stands, Walter, for all the other ones that I did? So I was going to do a game to see if anyone could recognize what they all were. But... oh, these are great.
How dare you steal the pieces?
These. I haven't seen a whole lot of these. I like that size. Good size. So let's see, I got a giant bag of... not giant, but this is a lot of binoculars. A lot of the little binoculars. Wanted to get more of these trans black 1x2s. Need a bunch of those.
I'm just gonna build it.
Some regular silver ingots. And these things I use for chairs. These 2x2s, modified tiles. And that's it. But I'm going to start for building docks for the... oh, cool. Neat. Docks would be a great idea. I just have them on shelves. I need to get risers for the shelves so I can have the back row up one. But risers are expensive.
Yes.
Those nice acrylic ones. I want ones that are like 12 inches, maybe 16 to 18 inches long. Or, yeah, wide, but only about 3 or 4 inches deep, and I can't find those. So I'm trying to find like 9 or 10 length ones, inch ones, and I can't find those. The most I can find that are only about 3 inches deep, or they're also only about 3 inches wide. And they're like, this is holding up one cupcake, or this is one holding up one jewelry box. What?
Got my stickers on you guys. I'm gonna do that whenever I need to.
What is the answer always to that
yes!
question? No, the answer is never... the answer is never yes.
It should be. Don't you love having me on stream?
I do. This is fun.
Aren't I so annoying?
Yes, but it's fun. And you're not so annoying.
You give me too much credit.
I'm giving you any credit at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to show off the Hasanhe microfighter town while he's building these last couple bits, because I think these are fun and cute. And if I could rebuild them in actual Lego, I would. But there are some pieces that don't exist in Lego, which is sad for me.
It's a bug. Hi, fly.
Yeah, this stupid fly. They're dusty. I need to dust them. So, here we go. Here's a couple. And I think Lego has done something similar to these. So here's your pizza joint and your Quickie Mart and your Lego store. Right? They're very cool little micro modulars. And in the back of all of them, they have pins that tie them together. And in the back, they have like the seating areas and the storage areas. They're very fun. They're super fun to do. There's 2-story ones as well, and then there's corner ones, so you could make a ring of these in like a street corner. And we've got like a Coca-Cola bottling company. We've got it's not KFC, it's KFE. I don't know, Kentucky Fried Egg Rolls maybe, since it's Chinese knockoff. And then we've got a sports store, Double Swoosh Nike.
Double swoosh Nike.
Yeah. Riser 2x2 wood cut to fit.
It's not even a word.
What?
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz? Yeah, it's Pizzazz Hut.
Pizzazz Restaurants.
So here's Dunkin' Donuts. It's just called Donut Shop. And then there's a Starbucks, and I think that's just called Coffee. Corner Coffee. And then a very blatant 7, but there's no word 11 in there. So there's those. Kentucky Fried Equine. Ew. That's probably true and hilarious. Horse. And then finally we've got, I think this is supposed to be a Buc-ee's.
Let me see.
It's got a B on it. Maybe like a Circle K, but it's a Circle B. A McDowell's. And then the Apple Store. Obviously, they didn't even really change the symbol for the Apple Store. But these are lots of fun. I know they're knockoff, but to be honest, these bricks specifically, and I don't know if Hasanhe is a different, just like storefront version of Lepin or something. But when I was building these, I really felt like, the quality of the brick was really, really good. And I didn't see a lot of molting. I didn't see a lot of marbling in the die for the different colored bricks. The clutch power was really good. The clutch consistency was good. Like,
Are you still talking about Legos?
these. Yeah, clutch consistency. What holds the bricks together. Clutch.
Oh. I thought you started talking about cars.
No. So I was really impressed with these, and I don't think that I know they're, it's a knockoff, but the quality was just really good. I, of course, stopped immediately after buying 12 sets. So, my bad. But yeah, they're fun. I don't know what to do with them now, though. It's almost like admitting that you are a gun runner or something, where you're just like, you're a bad person. How dare you buy all this stuff? But a friend of mine visited the Philippines and brought back one they found at like an airport or something. I'm like, oh, these are cute. So I looked them up. And I was like, no, I'm going to buy a couple more of those. And then I ended up buying a bunch. And I was like, yeah, these are really great. And they're like $5 to $8 each. So, with shipping, it was kind of a bit because it came from not here.
Not here. Oh, yes, my favorite place.
So, but yeah, I got those years and years and years ago. So they've just been kind of sitting around collecting dust. I don't know what to do with them. You can't really display them. No. They were sitting in my office. You could be done by now if you weren't constantly trying to put stickers on my face or shoot me with spring-loaded things.
But where would the entertainment be for the stream?
There would be no entertainment. My witty repartee and command of vocal impressions would hold the viewers.
No.
No.
Probably, but no. Did you do that wrong?
Yeah, baby, you totally did that wrong. That's all
Get
messed
up.
up. That's all messed up, baby.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
What went on wrong?
That
Oh.
it's sticking out.
See where he gets the not following directions? Powering through as best you can, and then suddenly 17 pages later, you're like, well, that's...
Well, mainly because I was trying to race you.
I mean, you know that this had fewer parts.
No, I didn't.
That's actually a really neat looking little X-Wing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no UCS X-Wing, but
I built it, so it's really cool.
super cool. I do like that part right there on the side. It's a nice,
This part I'm about to put on?
yeah, it's a nice fit.
No, it's really not. There we go.
No, I mean, it's a good usage of that part.
Oh, yeah. Whee! Fancy.
Schmancy. R2, that stabilizer is broken loose again. See if you can't lock that down.
I was telling him earlier this R2 was way easier to build than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
It only took like a couple seconds. That one took hours.
At least 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think like right on 6 hours because we did over 3 streams.
Yeah, and I helped.
And I think I just finished it. I think like after a stream I was just like, nope, just gonna be done now. Oh, that's super cool. Some good makeup. My breakfast tacos have been consumed. I'm ready to exist. It's hard describing to people out of Texas or out of Central Texas, especially the importance of a good breakfast taco. I think fast food places have sort of adopted a breakfast thing and called it a breakfast taco, and they're like, we're gonna wrap up some eggs in a tortilla and call it a good day. And you're like, oh, that's part of it, but you need some good barbacoa, you need some good brisket to go with the eggs, you need some good grilled onions, maybe some homemade tortillas, corn tortillas in some cases, depending on what you're doing. I don't do corn tortillas,
I
but
don't like corn tortillas.
do that again. Just drop it. That's funny. You just like bloop. Now you pick that back
God.
up.
Stop telling me to do things, because I won't stop doing things.
All right. Friends of ours moved to London.
I got rid of it.
They the ladies who lived in Pflugerville. They one of them got a job at a gaming company.
Ooh.
She worked at the company who did DCU Online here. She was the art director. They also require salsa. You're right, Glenn. Salsa and or pico. 2 kinds of salsa usually. You've got your reds and your greens. Well, Glenn, you've got your reds and your greens tacos salsas. I'm gonna have to ask you to take 20% off there, Squirrely Glenn. So they got the shop out there, the Safeway, the Albertsons, if you will, is Tesco, and they have things like they have here, like most stores have, where you can get a pre-made thing. It's a lunch, probably near the deli or something, where it's like, here's a thing where you can make potatoes and do whatever. So they had a Tex-Mex mustard potato dish. That's the exact face that anybody should make. I felt very.
Okay, Alexis.
So yeah, I was like, you know what? It's my pipe dream to like move to the UK and open up a Tex-Mex restaurant. And then I thought about it, and I was like, but that's not I'm not Mexican.
No, yeah, no.
I'm Texan by.
Am
I?
You were born in Colorado.
But I've lived here almost as long.
Almost.
I have to be 52.
Yes.
You're
not
not yet.
fully Texan. I am Texan.
So I wanted to I always was wanted to move to the East Coast and open up a Tex-Mex place, or the UK and open up a Tex-Mex place, and be like, all right, first of all, it's got to have a lot of chili pepper in it. Yeah, Tex-Mex mustard. It was like, what? There are three things that weren't right about that. First of all, Tex-Mex and potatoes. There's generally not a lot of potatoes in Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Potato is not like one of the staples of Mexican food.
Yeah, and when there is, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, they do have them, but it's not like...
Not too much.
It's not like Northern European or Northern North America where there's like potatoes all over the place. Mm-hmm. So then there's mustard, and mustard and potatoes. That's the second thing. Mustard and potatoes. Okay, that's at least kind of like, okay, if I think of a French fry or I think of like something, maybe put mustard on it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but then Tex-Mex with any of that. There was so much wrong with it. It's just terrible. Have I ridden a horse? Yes. When I rode a horse, I was in Colorado, though.
I feel like
Shot a rifle or shotgun? Yes. And
like
a pistol? Yes.
Have you ridden an ostrich?
Do you have family in the boonies? I have family in the boonies. I don't have any... I mean, the family that I made here, meaning like literally physically made, and then ensconced in my family of friends and stuff. Nobody really lives in the boonies, but I do have... Beth has family. Her brother lives in the boonies in Kentucky. My dad lives in a... No.
You sure?
No. I thought
You're
about it
not
for like
sure?
half a second. I was like, maybe. My dad lives out by DIA in Colorado. My mom lives in a little mountain town about a half hour, 45 minutes outside of Colorado Springs in the mountains. So it's not really the boonies. My mom lives in basically northern exposure. Like, remember that TV show? That's where she lives. Resident Alien.
Okay, that's
the town in Resident Alien. That's the kind of town she lives in. Nice. I shot a pistol while I was in Colorado, and I shot rifles and a shotgun while I was in Conroe.
In Conroe?
Yeah. Hanging out with Uncle Chip.
Ah.
I'm from Cali, but I've been here a good bit more than half my life and married a native Texan. That's the other thing, too. I married a native Texan, and my kids are native Texans, so I'm like...
Yeehaw.
I'm grandfathered in. Although I may be moving back out of Texas before I hit 52. We'll have to see.
Why is that?
I think maybe we want to move to Canada. But we'll see. We'll see where the world takes us. We'll move to Toronto. That's like moving to Northern California.
Dude, how am I going to see you?
Just come visit.
I don't have that kind of money.
You can drive to Toronto.
I can drive to Toronto.
You can.
Remember when we drove up to
I mean, by the
Kentucky?
time we get up there, you're going to be like in your 20s. You'll be able to do stuff.
That's true.
And we can probably pay you a plane ticket to come visit.
Yeah.
We also have to wait for the pandemic to be over because right now Canada isn't letting anybody from the stupid U.S. in because we're stupid.
How the turntables.
Yes, how the turns table. Also, you have to kind of have a reason to move to Canada. They don't just let anybody in. Like, if you're going to move there, they're like, you have to be kind of a productive member of society. What skills can you bring? Or you can be sponsored. So I think we've got friends enough up there that they can sponsor us. So we'll see. I think that's how that works. Oh, and I love the cold. So when it gets cold, I will not be bothered. Beth may be bothered, but I will not be. Other than the loss of water and electricity when we had our snowpocalypse, that was some of the best weather times for me.
You hush.
I loved it. I just loved walking around in the ice and the cold. When we were talking about doing our honeymoons, she's like, where do you want to go on your honeymoon? I'm like, the North Canadian ice shelf? She was like, what is that? I'm like, it's a giant expanse of nothing in the Yukon? She's like, no. I'm like, you don't want to go for a hike in Nunavut?
And none of it?
It's a province in Canada. None of it.
I think I've heard of that.
So
jokes about that.
Glenn is a very cool dude. He's even nice in person. How you doing there, champ?
Yes.
Yes.
What'd you ask?
I said, how you doing?
Oh. My fingers hurt.
Should get you some nitrile gloves.
You should get me some fingerless gloves.
I want some work gloves with fingerless work gloves.
Can you give me gloves and then chop off the fingers?
Yeah. So you want palm coverings? Just spread some glue over your palm and just let it dry. Done. I thought he was mute until 2 weeks ago. Nope, he actually speaks. I spec. The ability to speak does not make one intelligent. Right there.
Yeah. Oh.
Glenn.
Wow.
You need to hurry up and get the heck out so I can go play Resident Evil.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna.
You're gonna
wait.
linger?
I'm gonna wait in your window, outside your window.
Oh, you want to watch?
No, and scare you.
You should do that at like 9 o'clock tonight when.
Oh, I'm still doing that now.
Yeah, when I'm actually playing and it's dark. Yay, release day. What's release day? You mean Resident Evil? Pew pew!
I couldn't get it out. It's fine. I'm not gonna shoot you.
And I got mine.
Ah!
Mine aren't loaded.
Oh,
See, this is kind of sad though because the
How do you shoot?
you just touch the back of it. It went over that way.
You jerk! How'd you do that? Oh.
So
Give me your face.
the sad thing about the TIE Fighter one, oh yeah, I just
mortally
released 2
wounded?
weeks ago. The bad thing about the TIE Fighter one is that looks cool with the little green laser blasters on there, but they're the spring-loaded ones. I'm not going to shoot you, but see, it looks cool,
Yeah.
like it should, but then on the back it's like, pew pew, you know. All right, well, there you go, guys. Oh, careful. There's your TIE Fighter and your X-Wing.
With the flimsy front foot.
Yeah, the landing gear's kind of weird. So, apologies for the interruption on the stream. I didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna shoot the camera. I'm not gonna shoot the camera.
I mean, if you can hit the camera, I think that'd be funny.
Which way does it go?
You just got to kind of touch it. Go this way. Go the other way.
Then do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
Why don't you look right at it while you try to figure it out?
Here you go.
All right, so thanks for having us, everybody, and thanks for see how it's supposed to work.
I shot your computer.
Thanks. It's not a new computer. I won't be here Thursday of this week because he's got a concert Thursday.
I have a concert Thursday?
Yeah, at Kemple. It's the outdoor one. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
It was supposed to be last week, but then Wilson was like, "Oh yeah,
No, yeah, it got
postpone
moved.
for one person.
Well, but one person had COVID.
One person was exposed to COVID. We
COVID
could have a band without one person.
COVID protocol. So I think the concert's this Thursday.
It is this Thursday.
It's not the 27th, it's the 20th.
No, it's not the 27th. That's finals week.
Okay.
He shouldn't
do
be
that.
allowed to do that.
So I won't be here Thursday. I may try to do a makeup on maybe Tuesday. Just do the that opening of the wings is better than the last one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The opening is really cool. It doesn't rely on rubber bands. It doesn't rely on things like twisting into place to keep them open. It's also a smaller model, right? This is a lot smaller than the other X-Wings. Even the Poe X-Wing recently, this is about 80%, 70% as big as the most recent ones. How do you open them? You just push down? You just open it.
I think you just push down on that.
Got it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
You push down.
So you push down on that. Burp. Which is kind of fun because if I remember correctly, that's how the original Kenner one was too. There was a thing on the, you kind of push down the R2 unit and then the wings would pop open. So that's pretty cool.
It's Darth Maul's new lightsaber.
Okay, we're gonna go now. Why don't you use another one of a black one
Okay.
or a red one? See, now it's really that. Okay, I think we're done.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll talk to you later. I'll see you maybe Tuesday. If not, then next week. Bye.
Adios.
Keep quiet, Katie.